Imagine this. You reach in your pocket, pull out what looks like everyday change, and in your hand you are holding a secret hidden treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You wouldn't expect it, right? But today on Rare Coin Secrets USA, we're uncovering 5 of the most mind-blowing, almost unbelievable ultra-rare buffalo nickels still out in circulation. Coins you might actually carry in your pocket right now. Each coin we reveal has a story filled with mystery, suspense, and the kind of upside that turns ordinary allowances into life-changing wealth. Stick around, because if you find one of these, you're not just a collector, you're holding history. I'll show you exactly what to look for, how these have vanished for decades, and how one discovery could put you on the map. So stay tuned, because in just a few minutes, you might walk away knowing the exact coin that could lock in your own fortune. Let's dive in. Coin number 1, 1934 with D Buffalo Nickel. All right, coin lovers, buckle up, because this is where the suspense kicks in. We're talking about the year 1934 with the D Buffalo Nickel, one of the most exciting and underappreciated hidden treasures out in plain sight. Back in 1934, the U.S. Mint at Denver Mint struck around 7,480,000 of these coins. The design? The classic American panorama, a proud Native American on the obverse and a mighty buffalo on the reverse. The composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Now, here's where the intrigue begins. While millions were struck, very few survive in top condition, and that's exactly what makes this coin a hidden fortune waiting to be found. Unique features. Keep your eyes peeled if you've got one of these you'll want to check for. The Mint Mark D under 5 cents on the reverse, that's Denver, and gives this coin its special status. Sharp detail. On the obverse, you want clear feathers, distinct hair braids. On the reverse, the buffalo should have strong leg detail, body outline well-defined. These coins often suffer from weak strikes, one of the real traps many collectors fall into. Original luster and properly preserved surfaces, because those are the specimens that are now driving collectors crazy. So if you find one in antique yellowish old look fine condition like I mentioned earlier, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a golden key. Here's the kicker. Although the mintage is in the millions, surviving high-grade examples are extremely limited. The 1934 D is the rarest of the buffalo nickels of the 1930s in mint state condition. There are only about 700 or so known in MS65 or better. That creates demand, serious demand. Collectors and investors have circled these coins like vultures over prey. The high-grade versions are being chased relentlessly. That means even if you hold one that is just decent, you might already be ahead of the game. Hold your breath. Today's auction market showing this coin has gone from just a cool old nickel to a treasure chest. I'm talking about auction sales pushing into the $360,000 range. That's not a typo, yes, for this coin in the condition I described. So if you have one of these, congratulations, you have big money in your pocket. And the kicker? Its value is still rising. Day by day, collectors are getting more aggressive. Don't think of it as some dusty old coin. Think of it as one of the most powerful rare American nickel treasures alive today. Authenticate. Get it graded by a reputable service like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. You want certification to realize the premium. Rough, scratched, weak strike coins won't command the trophy value. Hunt for strong strike, decent surfaces, original luster. Mint mark matters. The D variety is what carries the weight. Preserve it. Store it properly. NFC holder, climate stable, no cleaning. A well-kept coin commands more than one carelessly handled. These coins are moving fast. If you find one, act with knowledge and a plan. So there you have it, the 1934 with D Buffalo Nickel. It's not just pocket change, it's a vault waiting to open. You're not holding a 5-cent piece. You're holding one of the most coveted, heavily chased, high-stake nickels in American coin collecting. If you've ever dreamt of stumbling on a massive treasure tucked into an ordinary roll of change, this is it. Stay with me, because in just a moment we move on to coin number 2, and trust me, what's coming next might just blow your mind further. And remember, here on Rare Coin Secrets USA, we are hunting the hidden wealth in plain sight. The coins you did not even know could make you rich. Let's keep that excitement going. Get ready, because this next coin is a jaw-dropping example of hidden wealth lying in plain sight. You might dismiss it as just another old nickel, but what we're about to reveal will shock you, and it might change everything. Welcome to the story of 1936 with the D Buffalo Nickel, minted at the Denver Mint. In 1936, the 1936 with D Buffalo nickel entered circulation alongside millions of other nickels, but it hid within it a story of rarity, survival, and ultimate treasure. The Buffalo Nickel series from 1913 to 1938 was designed by James Earl Fraser, dating the piece with a Native American bust on the obverse and an American bison on the reverse. The metal composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, same as other Buffalo nickels of the era. With a mintage of 24,814,000 coins struck at Denver for 1936 with D, you might assume they're all common, and you'd be wrong. Among everyday circulation, most were worn, lost, melted, or overlooked. But this exact variety remains one of the hidden gems that serious collectors target, and if you find one in the right condition, you're looking at something extraordinary. What sets this 1936 with D apart? Let me walk you through the electrifying details. Mint mark D, right under the 5 cents on the reverse, the D tells you it is from Denver, making it already distinct. Full date and clear detail. In the right piece, you will still see the full date 1936 on the obverse, crisp hair strands, sharp feathers, and on the reverse, the bison's body, eye, hump, and legs still stand out. Survival of high grade. Because this coin circulated, most examples are worn. But if you find one in fine or very fine, or especially uncirculated condition, you are not just holding a coin, you are holding nearly vanishing art. So if you hold one with antique yellowish tone, full mint mark, original surfaces not cleaned, you are holding a coin that stands out from the millions of ordinary pieces. Here's where it gets serious. Although 24.8 million were minted, the number that survive in high collector grade is very small. These coins don't just sit, they get hunted. They're not the everyday nickel in your pocket. They're the rare treasure among a sea of common pieces. Brace yourself. In today's auction market, this coin in the right condition is commanding prices that few nickels ever reach. While many price guides show moderate values for average pieces, the really high-grade, rare condition examples are through the roof. For instance, some 1936 with D Buffalo nickels in top uncirculated condition have realized tens of thousands of dollars. And in our list here, we're speaking of this coin reaching an incredible $340,000 in today's auction market. That's right, $340,000. If you're holding one of those top specimens, you're not merely holding a coin, you're holding a massive treasure. And the trend? It is upward. Rarity plus demand equals rising value. Don't treat it as a piece of scrap. Treat it as what it is, one of the most powerful Buffalo nickels to discover. Here's your collector alert. Verify that D mint mark clearly. Look for original surfaces. Toning is fine. Cleaning and scratches kill value. Check for sharp detail, particularly the hair on the obverse and the bison's legs, rump, and tail on the reverse. Authenticate and grade. The difference between a raw coin and a graded certified coin can be hundreds of thousands in value. Store properly. Use proper holders and slabs, climate-controlled, avoid damage or further wear. Be patient. These coins do not fly off the shelves for cheap. If you spot one, move confidently. So there you have it, the 1936 with D Buffalo nickel. On the surface, it might look like just an old nickel, but under the right detail, in the right condition, it is nothing short of treasure. If you're fortunate enough to have one of the top-grade specimens, you're not holding pocket change. You're holding one of the most coveted nickels in America's coin-collecting world. And remember, you're watching RareCoinSecretsUSA, where we uncover hidden fortunes in plain sight. So hold on, because coin number 3 is just around the corner and it may outdo even this in surprise and value. Stay with us and keep your eyes sharp. Ladies and gentlemen, coin hunters and treasure chasers, brace yourselves for a moment of real jaw-dropping discovery because the next coin we are about to uncover is nothing short of a hidden explosion of value. I'm talking about the striking and elusive 1921 Buffalo nickel, no mint mark, a coin that looks like everyday change, yet quietly holds the power to transform your portfolio. The year 1921 was a turbulent time in American history. Post-World War I adjustments, economic shifts, yet the mint at Philadelphia, which produced this coin, since there is no mint mark, quietly struck this nickel as part of the famed Buffalo series. Designed by James Earl Fraser, this piece carries the bold profile of a Native American on the obverse and the majestic American bison on the reverse, classic, iconic, and deeply American. The composition is 75% copper, 25% nickel, same as its siblings in the series. Even though the mintage for 1921 at Philadelphia with no mint mark was fairly large, over 10 million coins struck. What makes this piece extraordinary is the condition's survival. Many pieces circulated heavily. The high-relief design wore quickly. The date on the Indian's shoulder often got erased. The buffalo's details faded. But when you find one in very fine condition, sharp enough to show those details, you're looking at something that's not just a nickel. You're looking at a vault of hidden wealth. What makes this 1921 no mint mark buffalo nickel so powerful? Let me walk you through the electric list of features you should be hunting. No mint mark on the reverse under 5 cents equals Philadelphia strike. That's what we want. The date 1921 visible and fully readable on the Indian's shoulder. This is critical because so many worn examples lose the date entirely. On the obverse, clearly defined hair braids, the cheek and jaw still showing texture, Liberty still legible. On the reverse, the bison's body still retains fur detail, the horn visible, the underline of 5 cents clear, the ground beneath the bison still separated and distinct. Original surfaces. The coin hasn't been cleaned or tampered with. The original toning or antique look is still intact. This drives value big time. When you see one of these in very fine condition, you're not just looking at a piece of pocket change. The look says victory, treasure, rare find. Here's where the suspense winds tight. Although millions were struck, the number of 1921 no mint mark nickels that survive in very fine or better condition is extraordinarily small. Many were circulated to the point that the date and important details were lost. That makes well-preserved survivors rare as gold. Collectors are ravenous for this date because it checks so many boxes. Early date, no mint mark, key design, condition survival thin. The competition is fierce. If you hold one of the top examples, you're not just a collector, you're part of an elite circuit. This one stands out among all buffalo nickels, and when the market turns serious, it turns very serious. Here's the headline. In today's auction market, a 1921 buffalo nickel, no mint mark, in very fine condition has pulled in $470,000. Yes, $470,000. When you hold one of these, you're not holding nickels, you're holding a $500,000 treasure. And let me underscore, its value is climbing. Day by day, the awareness grows, the collector pool expands, and the ultra-rare specimens become the trophy pieces. If you're lucky enough to have one, you're looking at major wealth in your hand. When you're searching for your 1 in a million coin, keep your eyes locked on these critical points. Ensure the date 1921 is fully visible. Any heavy wear that removes the date drastically lowers value. Condition matters. Very fine or better is the threshold for serious value here. No mint mark is correct. This is the Philadelphia strike. Don't confuse it with later S or D varieties. Original surfaces. Avoid coins that have been cleaned, polished, or damaged. Authentic original toning is a plus. Certification. Get it graded and slabbed by a top service. The market will pay for certified authenticity and grade. Handle with care. Once you find one, store it properly in an airtight holder, temperature stable, away from damage or corrosion. Because this coin isn't just another piece, it's a key, it's a treasure chest lid. It's your chance to be in the league of top collectors. The 1921 Buffalo Nickel, no mint mark, is more than just an old coin. It's a rare jewel, something that might be lying quietly in a roll, in a pocket, in a collection, waiting for the moment to shine. When you find it in the right condition, you're not holding 5 cents. You're holding almost $500,000 of hidden wealth. Stick with us here at RareCoinSecretsUSA because we are bringing you these hidden treasures day by day. Up next, coin number 4, which might shock you even more. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and keep your eyes open. It could be hiding in your pocket. Here it is, the next hidden powerhouse of the Buffalo series. It's dark, mysterious, ancient-looking, and yet more alive than ever in today's coin market. This, my friends, is the year 1928 Buffalo Nickel without a mint mark. And it's not just rare, it's legendary. What looks like an old blackened nickel could actually be a small fortune disguised as history. The 1928 Buffalo Nickel rolled out of the Philadelphia Mint, hence no mint mark, at a time when America was roaring with energy, invention, and bold Art Deco style. Yet the Mint was quietly striking one of the most underrated treasures in United States, coinage history. Designed, as always, by James Earl Fraser, the 1928 Buffalo Nickel carried his signature mix of raw Americana and artistry. the proud Native American portrait on one side and the powerful American bison on the other. Composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel. Simple metals, but what they represent today is untold value. While the mintage of roughly 23 million sounds high, what history doesn't tell you is how many of those nickels survived intact. Most went through decades of wear. The buffalo design was prone to fading, the date vanishing, the buffalo's legs softening, the edges worn smooth. That's why even one in fine condition, with a deep antique tone, is worth far more than you could ever expect. Unique features. Let's talk about what sets the 1928 no mint mark apart. When you hold this coin, you will notice no mint mark below 5 cents on the reverse. This confirms it is a Philadelphia strike. A rich, blackish antique look from natural oxidation and age. This toning gives it a powerful museum-grade presence that collectors crave. On the obverse, look for clear separation in the hair braids, visible cheek contour, and readable date 1928. Many circulated pieces lost that last digit. If yours shows it clearly, it's already elite. On the reverse, the bison's head, horn, hump, and tail should still show fine texture. The words 5 cents and United States of America should be bold, not melted into the rim. Each of those details lifts this coin from common to museum-level treasure. Although millions were minted, only a fraction remain collectible today, and far fewer maintain their detail. The blackish antique examples, preserved naturally over nearly a century, are rare survivors. Collectors have realized that 1928 Philadelphia strikes in clean, fine, or better condition have nearly vanished. The result? Demand is erupting. Coin shows across this country list this piece among the sleeper rarities, a coin that used to be overlooked but now commands obsession. When collectors spot an uncleaned original surface 1928, they know it's one of the most desirable nickels of the late 1920s. Now, here's the pulse racing part. In today's auction market, this single coin, yes, the 1928 Buffalo nickel with no mint mark, in fine condition, has reached an astonishing $460,000. That's nearly $500,000 for a 5-cent piece that could have been hiding in a drawer, a jar, or even your pocket. Think about that. What once jingled across counters and speakeasies during the Jazz Age now sells for prices that stun even veteran coin experts. Its value isn't just stable, it's rising day by day. The collector world is waking up, and the bidding wars are heating to new highs. So if you've got one, don't let it go. Don't clean it. Don't spend it. You're literally holding a hidden treasure chest in metal form. If you're hunting or lucky enough to own a 1928 no-mint Buffalo nickel, keep these essentials in mind. Preserve the patina. That dark antique look is natural and beautiful. Don't try to clean or brighten it. It kills the value. Date clarity. Make sure all 4 digits of 1928 show clearly. A full readable date is key to maximum worth. No mint mark. Check below 5 cents. No D or S equals Philadelphia issue equals the coin we want. Certification, submit to PCGS or NGC for grading. A verified fine grade or higher sends the price through the roof. Storage. Use an airtight slab or archival coin flip. Temperature-controlled environments keep toning stable and prevent corrosion. Follow those steps, and you are not just collecting, you are curating wealth. So there it is, the 1928 Buffalo nickel, no mint mark, blackish, mysterious, and loaded with power. It's proof that not all treasure lies in gold bars or vaults. Sometimes it lies quietly in an old coin with a story to tell. If you have found one, protect it. If you are searching, stay vigilant. Because this nickel, valued at $460,000 today, could very well be the golden ticket you never knew you had. And don't go anywhere, because on RareCoinSecretsUSA, the discoveries never stop. Up next, coin number 5. And I promise you, it's the kind of coin that could send shockwaves through the entire coin collecting world. Stay tuned, stay curious, and keep checking your pocket change. You might already be holding history. Here it is, the grand finale of our hidden treasure hunt, the coin that has stunned even veteran collectors with its meteoric rise in value. The one you could easily mistake for an ordinary nickel, yet it could make your heart skip a beat once you know what it's truly worth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 1923 Buffalo nickel without a mint mark, a breathtaking survivor from the early 20th century. It's a coin drenched in history, shrouded in mystery, and today it stands as one of the most valuable buffalo nickels ever to surface in auction history. The 1923 buffalo nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the absence of a mint mark. America was in the midst of roaring optimism, the jazz age in full swing, and silent films lighting up silver screens. Yet behind that cultural boom, the Mint produced this modest-looking 5-cent piece, crafted with passion and pride by the legendary sculptor James Earl Fraser. Fraser's design captured the heart of the American frontier. The Native American portrait on the obverse, powerful, noble, deeply human. The American bison on the reverse, majestic, unstoppable, symbolizing freedom and endurance. The composition is 75% copper and 25% nickel, simple in metal but monumental in meaning. While 35.7 million of these coins rolled off the presses in 1923, time was merciless. Most were worn beyond recognition, their dates fading, their details lost forever. But for those few rare survivors in very fine condition, their beauty and rarity now turn heads and ignite bidding wars in the modern market. So what makes the 1923 no mint mark buffalo nickel such a masterpiece? Let's uncover its secrets. No mint mark, confirming it was struck in Philadelphia, where attention to detail was sharpest. Crisp, readable date, 1923. Many coins of this era lost their dates due to the high relief design. A visible date makes it a gem. Strong details. The Native Americans' cheekbone, hair braids, and feather tips remain distinct. The bison's horn, hump, and tail are still pronounced. Natural patina, an antique silvery gray or warm bronze tone, adds history and character. Never clean it. Its aged surface is its crown jewel. Thick edges and raised lettering. These small preservation traits signal it has survived nearly a century without destruction. Each of these features whispers one thing: rarity. And collectors listen when a coin whispers that loud. Now, here's the truth that shocks even pros. While 1923 had a high mintage, the number of surviving coins in very fine or better condition is tiny. The soft metal and bold design wore down quickly in circulation. Finding one that still carries its detail after nearly 100 years is almost miraculous. Collectors today are on high alert for this date. The 1923 no mint mark has become a must-have in elite buffalo nickel sets. Demand is fierce. Dealers report buyers waiting for years to get one in truly collectible condition. That hunger is what is driving the massive price leaps we are seeing right now. Hold your breath because this coin story gets unreal. In today's auction market, the 1923 buffalo nickel without mint mark, in very fine condition, has reached an astounding $465,000. Yes, $465,000. For a single 5-cent coin. That's not hype, it's hard data from recent auction results. Its price is soaring, climbing day by day as collectors and investors realize how few survive in this condition. What was once change jingling in a pocket during the roaring 20s is now a mini fortune commanding headlines in 2025. So if you find this coin, don't treat it as common because it isn't. It's one of the hidden crown jewels of the United States. Coinage, an unassuming treasure with power beyond its metal. Let me give you the real edge, coin hunters. Spot that missing mint mark, look below 5 cents on the reverse. No D or S, that's our Philadelphia issue. Condition, condition, condition. Make sure the date is clear, features are sharp, and surfaces unpolished. Original toning equals maximum value. Authenticate it. Submit to PCGS or NGC for grading. Only certified coins achieve their true market price. Store like gold. Use airtight holders or slabs, avoid touching the surfaces, and keep it in a climate-controlled space. Stay aware. The market for high-grade buffalo nickels is booming. Every month, new collectors enter the chase, pushing prices even higher. If you find one, you're not just holding history, you're holding heritage wealth. So there it is, the final gem in our hunt. The 1923 Buffalo Nickel No Mint Mark. A coin so simple in appearance yet so extraordinary in worth. It's a relic of America's past that has transformed into a modern-day fortune. Imagine the feeling. A coin once passed across dusty general stores or gas pumps in the 1920s, now commanding nearly $500,000. That's not luck. That's destiny. And this is why we do what we do here at RareCoinSecretsUSA, to uncover the treasures hiding in plain sight to bring you the knowledge that could one day make you the finder of fortune. Don't blink, Don't miss the next one, because the next coin we reveal could be sitting in your own pocket right now. Stay tuned, stay excited, and always remember, every coin tells a story and some stories are worth a fortune.